All jailed Catalan leaders will ask to be freed again. This as a result of Germany's decision to reject rebellion charges for Carles Puigdemont yesterday. Hello, and welcome to Catalan News. The Spanish judge in charge of the independence case might withdraw the extradition request against Puigdemont. But this is not the only possible outcome after Germany's decision on the former Catalan president. On our show today, we'll go in depth with all possible paths ahead, and we'll also get you a new development by researchers who fight against anorexia. Carles Puigdemont was addressed in Germany on March 25th, and it wasn't until yesterday that the court ruled on his extradition. But this is not the end of the story. The possible outcomes now might involve the Spanish Supreme Court, Puigdemont's lawyers, and Germany's Constitutional Court.
Carles Puigdemont's extradition is far from definite. The Spanish Supreme Court is considering withdrawing the European arrest warrant against the former Catalan president. Why? The crime of rebellion was rejected, so if extradited, Puigdemont could only be tried for misuse of funds with a maximum jail sentence of 5 years. This in a trial in which some of his former ministers will face rebellion allegations, carrying up to 30 years behind bars. And this could be hard to explain, according to the defense of the incarcerated leaders. Today they held their first joint press conference since the independent judicial process began last October. They reacted to the decision in Germany by asking all the jailed leaders to be immediately freed for two reasons.
Un és la situació injusta de presó i l'altre és facilitar que en el nou context, també entenc, de la Fiscalia, el problema del desprestigi que amb tota seguretat es produirà si es manté aquesta acusació desproporcionada.
They claim that some are incarcerated only for a non-existent crime of rebellion.
Tots hem convingut que no hi ha cap probabilitat de que això acabi amb una condemna per rebel·lió.
And they also made it clear that they are not willing to negotiate with the prosecution to accept the guilty plea and get a lower sentence in exchange.
Cap negociació a l'àmbit de la rebel·lió, de la sedició i del malbaratament de cap dels públics és possible ni desitjable.
A trial with lower sentences for the main parties being accused, or Puigdemont free to move everywhere but Spain, if the extradition is withdrawn, are just two possible outcomes. Some newspapers also say that the judge in Madrid might take the case to the EU court in Luxembourg. But if Spain's court wants to go ahead with the extradition, Puigdemont might still appeal to the German Constitutional Court within a month.
And the attorneys for the jailed leaders will also request withdrawing the suspension of 6 MPs involved in the case. The Catalan Parliament Speaker received the Spanish Supreme Court ruling today. Puigdemont, his former deputy Junqueras, and others have to give up their seat, says the order. This because they are being prosecuted for rebellion and have a prison order against them. But now the rebellion charges are being put into question. And while the Unionist Ciutadans Party insists the ruling has to be complied with, Roger Torrent does not hold the same opinion.
Hem fet, fem i farem tot el que està a la nostra mà, tot el que està al nostre abast, per defensar els drets polítics dels diputats del Parlament de Catalunya.
Moving on, anorexia is the third most typical illness among teenagers. In 3 out of 10 patients, it becomes chronic, and there's no treatment. But a new development carried out in Barcelona's Hospital del Mar might change these figures.
Eating disorders can be tough to beat, and some can even be deadly if left untreated. Such is the case for anorexia, but now a new cutting-edge treatment in a Barcelona hospital has yielded positive results. 3 out of the 4 patients in the trial improved. They gained weight, and their attitude towards food changed. Although at the press conference to discuss the results, physicians stressed that it's important to remember that this is a treatment, not a cure.
La enfermedad, la anorexia nerviosa, no se acaba. Esto es como quien es diabético y le ponen insulina. Los niveles de azúcar se mejoran, pero seguirá siendo diabético.
The patient's prognosis did improve, though, and this happened through deep brain stimulation. This technique, pioneered in Europe, is already used for conditions like Parkinson's. For severe anorexia, it has been tested in chronic cases where conventional treatments failed to work. Carried out at the Hospital del Mar Center in Barcelona, researchers say that after one more round of testing, this innovative new treatment could become available within the next 3 years.
Yo desde la operación me siento estupendamente bien, no tengo mala cosa que decir. Solo decir que empiezo a ser feliz, que como. Hacía 4 años que no comía.
Anorexia nervosa is an eating disorder characterized by weight loss, difficulties in maintaining appropriate body weight, and restriction of what is ingested. In Catalonia, there are various resources to help if you or someone you know suffers from this.
Catalonia's economy has risen to almost 20% of the total in Spain. This is the highest figure since the year 2000, according to Catalonia's Chamber of Commerce. The country's GDP has grown more than the Spanish and European average, with a growth of 3.4% in 2017. Industry and the information and communication technology field were among the top contributors. But the study also asks for a higher public expense on research and innovation. Exports and tourism also played their part in the economic development. So far, it looks like the tourism sector is set to make the most of the summer season. But strikes might pose a challenge. Today, the ground crew in all Spanish airports, including the main ones in Catalonia, announced a strike. It will happen at the beginning of August. Trade unions of individuals working in baggage handling, assistance for disabled people, and others are decrying precarious work conditions. Their strike will join the one called by the Iberia ground crew and the Ryanair cabin crew for the end of July. Time for culture and for the national prizes given out yesterday by the Catalan government. A ceremony calling for dialogue, freedom and justice recognized puppeteers in Lleida, a town in western Catalonia. This alongside the foundation of Pau Casals, which pays tribute to the world-class Catalan cello player and composer. Another prize was given to the local annual celebrations in the neighborhood of Gracia, one of Barcelona's areas and its decorated streets. Journalist Eva Piqué and her digital newspaper on culture and the illusionist Auson were among others awarded with the Catalan National Culture Prizes. And with this, we reach the end of our show today. But not before showing you footage of some marine specimens being replanted in the bottom of the sea in Captacreus, northern Catalonia. They're called gorgonians, a type of coral that was accidentally fished. Thanks for watching, and see you on Monday.